So I'm looking through the fridge to basically see what my dad bought from the shop to see if he remembered everything or got everything. So when he goes to the shop, I not only when I write a shopping list have to describe where he'll find it and which aisle he'll find it on, which is super annoying because it just takes forever to, what's that? It takes forever to write the shopping list. But also I have actually started giving him pictures, so I'll write the shopping list, brief description of the aisle, then I'll put picture 1 and then I'll send him an email with picture 1 on. So basically I had to do it with quite a few things today. I think there was 11 pictures and there was so far one thing that he hasn't got and one thing he got a different version of, which I didn't really want a second version of. So the first thing I asked for was this. So it was no point me putting as the tomato pasta sauce, because he'll probably come back with probably something from the fresh section, because I would have put fresh pasta sauce, but it wouldn't have been tomato and basil. It probably would have been that arrabbiata one or something really creamy, which my stomach can't handle. So I had to put, basically go on Asda website and put the picture. So when I was like, oh, I've got it, so I was actually happy I got the pasta sauce. Oh, that doesn't go first. The first thing that started the whole picture thing was these. I knew I wanted to get the heck green sausages, but I knew if I put heck green sausages, A, it would go to the sausage section, which they aren't in. They're actually in the vegan section, which is in the ready-made meal section. So to put which section it was in, which part of the section he would find it on, and also include a picture, just to make sure I got them. Because what he'll normally do is he would go to the sausage section and be like, right, they're not here. Or he would get heck pork sausages, which defeats the object of it, because these are vegetarian, well, they're actually vegan, which I'm not getting them because they're vegan. I'm just getting them because I don't want meat sausages. Now the second item, so far he's got, this was all in here. He got these, which aren't looking too great. So these, I wanted these. So I had to give him a picture, but I also, I didn't give him a picture. Did I give him a picture? Oh yeah, give him a picture, but I gave him an alternative. I don't know if I sent him a picture of the alternative. The alternative were just cod bites. So they're like chicken nuggets, but they're cod. But this is what I really wanted. Then the third item, I wanted the pineapple version of this. Even though I've probably had it and tried it, I wanted to get it to try it. And I was like, just get this, don't get any alternative. So we got the cola version. Now, if you've not been with me for when I started this channel 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I used to drink Malibu with Diet Coke. It was my drink. If I went out, Malibu and Diet Coke, or cocktails, or both. Not that I went out that much, but if I went for a meal, it was Malibu and Diet Coke. Don't like it with normal Coke. It tastes like a totally different drink. So this is going to taste like Malibu mixed with cheap cola. And he's gone back out because you know what he's done? He's done my shopping. He's done part of his shopping, but he forgot to buy himself anything to eat. Like he got sausages, but he didn't get chicken or fish or whatever he's going to get. So he went back out and I was like, I just wanted the pineapple one. It's like, oh, I'm trying to get you it. I mean, I'm not going to, I will drink that, but I was like, oh, it's a shame my Malibu's gone off because I've got 2 open bottles of Malibu, but I've had them for about 4 years and they used to have them along there instead of the spices. So basically, one day my dad went, you're going to burn all the alcohol off in them. So I was getting rid of something, I can't remember what, and I decided to put all my spices on the back, and my dad shoved the Malibu up there. It's not up there, there's other stuff up there. So I've just got them out, and I've wiped, even though I've wiped them down, they're still oily, they've still got, because they're on the back of the cooker for about 2 years. They're not full, that one's there, that one's almost the same. And I was texting him, I was like, oh, it's a shame that I've burnt off all the Malibu, and he's like, you can't burn off all the Malibu, it would only burn off if the lid was undone. So I was like, oh, I've got Malibu, can you get me some fresh pineapple juice? And then I had to put By fresh, I mean out of the chilled section. Because I know what he'd do. He'd go and get me some long life pineapple juice. And he also said, don't get me a super large one, because I know in some shops you can get like a 2 litre bottle of pineapple juice, and I don't want a 2 litre bottle of pineapple juice. So I'm going to be making my own, which will probably be much stronger. Got some Malibu. I do have other stuff. Now, I don't drink, but last weekend I had one. Oh, do you know what? I bought that by accident because I was getting some Bosworth, which I'll show you in a minute, at Christmas. And it was 4 for the price of 3. So I thought I'd pick 4 of them up, and it turned out one of them, Edinburgh pink gin with ginger and rhubarb, whatever it's called. It was one of them. I was like, oh, I probably won't like that. So I had it, and it was gorgeous because I actually bought 4 on Amazon, and the delivery guy came and he didn't deliver them, and he said he couldn't deliver them, even though I saw him outside on the camera and he was acting like he was delivering it, and he didn't knock on. So, not the week before, but the week before that, it all started because I had a can of Archers in the fridge, Archers and lemonade. It was here. Oh God. Oh, my back. Oh, that really hurt. And I looked at it, and it was a month out of date, so I thought I'll have it. And it weren't very fizzy, and it didn't taste very alcoholic, to be honest. And the next day I felt fine, because one of the reasons why I avoid drinking these drinks out of the fridge is because I normally get a hangover on just one drink. So I woke up the next day, didn't have a hangover, was a bit tired, more tired than normal, but no hangover. So 2 weeks later I had the Edinburgh one, which was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't drink more than one in a night because it is a little bit fiery. But then Monday, hangover, really bad hangover, got worse as the day went on, which they typically do with me. I have this in the fridge, but I can't drink it because it's well out of date. March 19. But the other one I did drink, but I think maybe because it was flat, the alcohol might have gone down. I feel a little bit nauseous. But I do have alcohol in the fridge. I have Angry Orchard, which might be out of date. And because it's fizzy, that's why it goes out of date, because the fizz will go. I also have this one, what's it called? Merry Down, and that one, but they've been in here years. So there was a bottle of Prosecco in here, but my dad took it upstairs because apparently there was no room, but I reckon he's drank it. Also on here, there's a, behind there, not that one, but there's two dark fruit strong bowls, which I got into 4 years ago, but I don't love it. But also that's out of date, so I'm probably going to ask my dad if he wants it, because he'll drink it. It just won't be fizzy. So I'm going to see if I basically wanted it to see if I got a hangover, basically. But this won't taste like how I do it with Diet Coke, because it's full sugar cola. It won't be Coca-Cola either. But I've noticed there is a taste difference, because when, like, I used to go on nights out or for meals, if someone went to the bar and got me a drink, sometimes they would just get me normal Coke, thinking I wouldn't tell the difference, but it does taste like a totally different drink. So, yeah. So here's the shopping list. Lager, not for me. Soft drink, probably for me. Coffee. Oh, I got some. Because, I'll show you in a minute, I'll show you what I've been drinking, but sometimes you need a better one. Pasta sauce, which is for me, I showed it you. Yogurt, I don't know where he's put it, but there is another one in there. Oh, it's behind it. I have it with honey. Snacks, don't know what the snacks are. It's either for me or either for my dad, it's one of us. Dr. Pepper. Soy drink, which is my milk. Sausages, so she'd put the same sausages through twice and then realised they're different. Then my sausages. Cooked meat, which is sliced chicken for me. Cod for me, dog treat. Beetroot for my dad, dog treat. Bottle green, I wonder which one he got, because I gave him an alternative and I don't think it's in the fridge. I'm looking without looking around with the camera, but I don't think it's in here. Dog treats, Nurofen, cheese, which will be feta cheese. It's the sausages again. How many sausages did he get? Oh, I get it. So she did sausages twice and then she deleted one off. So sausages, where have they gone? I wonder whose sausages was $2.50 and whose was, and mine were $2.25. I remember seeing the price last night. Grapes, strawberries, broccoli. I asked for 2 lots of broccoli because it's the only green that I've got, except for I've got some peas. Peas and beans are in there. Ready meal, $2.20. What's the ready meal? I don't have a clue what the ready meal is. Who knows what the ready meal is? Because unless it's in the freezer. Oh, I know what it is. It's not a ready meal. I'll show you what it is. Ice cubes, chocolate, pre-mix can, crisps, shades, which is toilet roll, bread and bread. And I know the surface needs a wipe, but you can keep your comments to yourself. No one is perfect. So I've just made this before I was filming. I've got these today. I had to put a picture on, of course. I put an alternative on, which I didn't really want. I wanted these. I've basically been drinking my favourite coffees in there. But I've run out the nice ones. They're just cheap ones that are left. And I did buy these. There's 2 boxes. It's a 50 in each or 100. 50. And it was £10 for 100. Well, just under £10. But you can tell the difference between that and that. And as much as I'm happy to drink the cheaper one because it does save money, every now and then, it's nice to have an expensive coffee. So last time I had a coffee, it was a cheap one, but the previous few had been the expensive one out of my jar, but all that's left is either ones that I don't like or cheap ones. Hi everyone, so it's about just after midnight going into Sunday and I've not filmed all day, you've not seen me. I did plan on filming earlier but I haven't. My phone's been on charge for the last hour. I did put it on charge earlier but didn't have the charger plugged in. The plug was plugged in but the cable wasn't because I've been using my plug to charge other things with and I forgot to basically plug the cable charger in when I put my phone on charge. So I came and got my phone, it was downstairs. I was like, why is my battery so low? And I was like, oh. So then I came and put it on charge. So it's still not, it's about a third full or just over. Got my M&S pyjamas on. I wore the bottoms one day last week and this is the first time wearing the top. But today I had on my tie-dye, do you know that? Well, it's a dress, that dress that I've got. And I had it on with leggings, but it was a bit too long and it didn't look quite right. So I tucked it in one side into my leggings and it gave it a whole totally different look and it looked good. So I'm going to do that when I wear it. But yeah, I had my hair down until about 2 hours ago. And I just plaited the first bit of it and left the rest. As you can see, when I did the lilac hair dye that I mixed with conditioner, that's a trick if you don't want it to come out super full on. You basically mix it with conditioner so it's 4 parts conditioner, 1 part colour. And I did put it up there. And as you can see, it's not lilac, but it's very ashy, so it's like a grey, ashy colour with tiny bits of the lilac in. And that's because I mixed it with a conditioner and also because I put it on my natural hair colour and I didn't put it on pre-lightened hair, whereas I put it on pre-lightened hair here obviously, and it's still patchy and it looks like it was lilac, properly lilac, and I've washed it quite a few times and that's how it looks. And as you can see, all my roots are the normal natural colour. So I did look good earlier, but I don't know. The bottoms are there because I have took them off because I have come up to bed at 11 minutes past 12. But yeah, got makeup on today. I was meant to tan tonight and I'm too tired. I've actually come upstairs because I'm exhausted and I want to go to bed. I also got anxious a couple of hours ago. About 2.5 hours ago I got really super anxious. It started before then, but it got really bad. So I came upstairs for about an hour, then I've been downstairs for about an hour and a half, and now I've come up to bed, I guess. Won't be asleep for ages. But yeah, it did work. What you can see, that's lilac and that's lilac. But mainly on my natural hair colour, it's just made it look a bit ashy grey colour, which I don't mind. And that's patchy, but I don't mind that either. But obviously, anywhere where my natural hair colour is, it's not covered it. It's just toned it. But I thought I'd show my face. I've started editing my Sunday video. Saturday's vlog's gone up. I need to tomorrow edit Monday's vlog, Tuesday's other content video. Hi everyone. I'm not going to film for long and I'm not going to be on camera. But I know a lot of you watch my videos because you suffer from anxiety or depression or PTSD or something else, and obviously I suffer from those three things, and I don't really talk about them much anymore, even though I've never really gone into too much detail about my issues with it. I do talk a bit about it, but for a little while I've been doing okay. I've not been too anxious, I've not been too down, and I'm kind of enjoying being stuck inside. I feel less anxious than I've ever felt, and I feel safe and really content in my own little bubble, which is good in one way because, you know, I used to be super anxious all the time, even when I was at home, and it's improved quite a lot, which I've not really talked about, but maybe I will at some point. But also at the same time, it's bad that I'm feeling so comfortable being stuck inside, because obviously life is going to start to get a little bit back to how it was before, although I don't think it can ever be quite the same. Obviously restrictions are going to be lifted and we can start doing certain things and going certain places and being around people a little bit more, and I don't even feel ready for it. I was hoping it would go on longer, but obviously they can't keep us locked up forever, and people are already breaking the rules and going to the beach and stuff, which I think is ridiculous. And if you're one of them and you're watching this, you'll be one of the first people to moan if there's a massive influx of people getting ill again, and you only have yourself to blame if you're one of those that get it and you've been socialising down the beach at weekend because the weather's nice. Yeah, the weather's nice, but why don't you sit in your back garden, or if you don't have a garden, just sit in your backyard or go for a walk in the sun, because we're allowed to do that. You don't have to sit on a crowded beach for people. Anyway, that's beside the point. I have become super comfortable with being at home, and I know at some point I'm going to have to start interacting with humans outside again, and I don't feel ready for it, but I feel like if the longer that I put it off, the worse it'll get. But I've basically been inside since it all began. I went out once in the first week to get bloods done, and I went out once, was it like 6 weeks ago when I went out in my car? I don't know, but that's it. And I've become really used to being inside in my own little bubble, and it is concerning because I never used to go out years ago at all. Like, I'd go out once every 2-3 months for a couple of hours, but never alone, and normally to the supermarket, and that'd be it. So I feel like I've gone back to that, and not even deliberate, it's because we've really not had a choice. But that's not what this video is about, and I'm not meant to be filming. But last night I got super anxious, absolutely no reason to feel anxious. I was just sat watching Casualty, because I do watch Casualty, it's one of the few things that I watch. And I think towards the end of it, I started to feel super anxious, and I didn't understand why, because nothing had happened. I was just sat watching TV, and then I'd been fine all day. Like, I'd got dressed, like properly dressed, I had shoes on, I had my Vans on, I'd done my hair, I'd done my makeup. You know, I was reading a book yesterday. It didn't even arrive at my house till about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I ordered it last week, and it weren't due till tomorrow, and it came yesterday by DPD, which is really weird because the book was like £4 or something. And I started reading it, and I'm already a third into it, and that's not like me. So that speaks volumes for the book. Because even when I came up to bed, I came up earlier than normal because of my anxiety, and I felt suddenly exhausted as well. But I came up and took my makeup off, and I filmed on here for a little bit before I took my makeup off. And then I was like, I'll just read one chapter, I'll just read the next one, because they're really short chapters. They're like between 4 and 6 pages long. And I was like, I'll read another one. And then I was like, no, you need to stop. I think I stopped when I was just over a third of the way through the book. But yeah, nothing bad happened yesterday, like I said. Didn't really get much done, to be honest, and I've been like that for a couple of weeks. Whereas before that, I was getting more done than I've ever done in the last couple of years. But obviously I was ill, so I wasn't well leading up to what happened, what I talked about. And then afterwards I was drained physically and mentally, just really drained. I was in a lot of pain. My body still wasn't working properly, and it's still not quite working properly. So I haven't really got much done in the last couple of weeks. And I keep thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, but I don't think about it too much. I don't get annoyed at myself for not doing things, because that's the worst thing you can do when you're struggling, is like force yourself. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfy. But yeah, I've not got much done. But, you know, to get dressed and have a shower and do my hair and makeup, that's a massive achievement in itself, because if you've got anxiety or depression, especially depression, like even getting out of bed's a task. And you'll know what I mean if you've got depression. Sometimes if you like getting out of bed is like a massive accomplishment. So the fact that I got up in the morning, I actually got up in the morning, everyone. I did go to bed quite early Friday though. Well, I came upstairs about 10:30, but I didn't lie down till maybe 1 or 2, maybe 1. Because I was really tired, because the night before I hadn't slept. I stayed up all night and didn't go to sleep till about 30:30. I don't know what time it was. I think I talked about what time it was, but I know I got something like 2 hours 15 minutes sleep. So I was exhausted Friday. Anyway, nothing's happened to make me anxious. But I felt fine, because obviously I wouldn't have even got out of bed, I wouldn't have done my makeup, I wouldn't have done anything. And I didn't really get much done. I edited today's video. Well, I did that when I came upstairs, I think. I did edit yesterday's vlog, which was 50 minutes long, so it probably took about an hour and a half to edit it. But I don't have anything else to show for yesterday. I've just, ever since I started to get ill, and then I was ill and been recovering since, I've been on a go slow, not got much done. But yeah, I sat watching Casualty, and I just got this horrible feeling. Felt like something bad was going to happen, and then I got really super anxious, and I couldn't work out why I was feeling that way. because I was fine. I was watching TV, I was drinking elderflower cordial, and I felt fine. So when it happened, it was a shock. And I think, was it last Saturday when I got anxious as well? I've talked about it in a vlog. I think I was like, oh, I got really anxious, and I think it was Saturday night again. So I don't know what it is about Saturday night. Anyway, I'm gonna try and rush this bit. So I laid down last night about 1:45 or something, which is funny because I came up well before midnight. Or was it midnight? I think it was just after midnight. But I was watching YouTube and I was reading the book and stuff, and I edited the video that's gonna go up later today. It's already up, but I've got to go on my laptop, and it's really annoying. You can't do it from your phone anymore because you've got to go on and press that it's not made for children, and then you're allowed to make your video live or schedule it, but until you've done that you can't do anything. So yeah, I laid down, went to sleep. Didn't sleep badly. I woke up a few times, but didn't sleep super badly. And then I woke up before 8 a.m, like 20 past 7 or something. I don't know what time it is now. Let me have a look. It's just after 10. So I've been awake for nearly 3 hours. And when I woke up, I was super tired, and I thought, oh, just go to the toilet, get back in bed, go to sleep. But then I stayed awake, and my anxiety is super bad. I don't know why. I thought going to sleep last night would stop it, because last week went to bed, woke up, and I was fine. So I basically went to bed expecting to wake up feeling fine today, and I'm super anxious, and I don't know why, because nothing bad's happened. So now I'm thinking, am I anxious because something bad is going to happen? Because sometimes I can predict that something bad's going to happen. I know that sounds like really random, but sometimes I either get a bad feeling or I get super anxious, and then something actually does happen. So I don't know if I'm anxious because something's happened or something's going to happen, or if I'm just anxious because my body's deciding to be annoying and make me anxious for absolutely no reason. And I don't like feeling this way. So I've been downstairs, I've took some painkillers because I'm in a lot of pain as well. I notice my pain isn't making me anxious before anyone says, oh, it's because you're in pain. No, being in pain doesn't make me anxious. It actually can distract me from being anxious, believe it or not. But yeah, I'm in quite a lot of pain, so I've took painkillers, I've took some of my normal medication. I'm not going to take it all, and I've just had my banana Weetabix drink. I think I've only got 2 left now. And I've come up with a glass of Ribena, and I'm going to go back to sleep, or I'm going to try, because sometimes when I've been awake for this amount of time, I can't get back to sleep. And also, I'm not super tired. It's funny how I just went, oh, I'm not super tired, then I yawned, so I must be tired. But if I had to stay up for the day, it wouldn't bother me because I'm not that tired. I've had maybe 5.5 hours sleep, I don't know. I've suddenly just got a stabbing pain in my right side of my head. So I'm going to lie down, I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm hoping that I'm going to wake up and not feel anxious. Because I have no reason to be anxious. Nothing bad's happened. I've been in my house for weeks. Everything's fine. I have no reason to be anxious. And this is the thing I've said in another video, because people always think something has to have happened to make you anxious, and that's not the case. Sometimes life can be really amazing, and you could be having a really good week, and good things have happened, and you're getting loads done, and you feel really, really relaxed and, you know, happy, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're anxious, and nothing's necessarily happened. I mean, there's sometimes when I've been anxious and I've been at my doctor's, and she always like tries to work out if something's happened to make me anxious, and she'll question me. But a lot of the time, nothing's actually happened, and I'm just anxious for absolutely no reason. So, if you don't have anxiety and you think something has to have happened, it's not the case. Nothing's happened to me. I was actually sat and I was enjoying Casualty, and I felt fine, and I wasn't hungry, and I'd eaten my evening meal, and I was reading a really nice book for a couple of hours before, and on and off, not non-stop. And I was dressed and I'd makeup on, and everything was fine. I felt fine. I wasn't overly tired because I'd had a really good night's sleep the night before. So nothing has to necessarily happen to make you anxious. I wasn't thinking about anything bad. I was just enjoying Casualty. Then I just got this horrible feeling, and then I just got super anxious, and nothing had happened. And I've woke up with it, and I didn't expect to wake up with it. I thought I'd wake up and I'd feel absolutely fine. So it's probably, shocking me that I feel this way, because I've not been anxious like this in a long time, and it's took me 15 minutes to get to this point. But I just want to show you that I still suffer from anxiety. I've just not had it super bad for a little while. I've been anxious. I actually got anxious yesterday because a delivery guy was literally stood outside my house at about 7 o'clock or whatever it was, and he stood there for 15 minutes, and I was cooking, and I walked out of my living room to go to the kitchen, and he stood at my front door, and he made me jump. So I ran back in my living room and hid, like you do, and he was then on the phone to someone, and he kept walking away from my house and coming back, and I eventually got my dad to go out, and he wanted a signature for something, even though they don't need signatures anymore. And my dad was like, what was he doing? I'm like, he was just stood there. He's like, that's strange behaviour, he just wanted a signature. I went, well, why didn't he bloody knock then? Anyway, that isn't what made me anxious in the end, because about an hour after he left, I was fine again. So anyway, I just wanted to document it to show you that I still have really bad anxiety, and it's actually knocked me because I've not had it this bad in a little while, and I just don't know what's going on. I don't know if something bad's going to happen, or it could be just my body, because sometimes, like, when your body's going through different emotions and like different, like different stages throughout the month, when your body's like when you're female certain times of the month. Actually, it's not that time of the month. I don't want you to think it's that time of the month it's making me anxious, because it's not. But sometimes, like, my body goes through loads of different things throughout the month in preparation for that, and then when it's at that stage and after that stage, there's something's always going on. So it could be just my body just doing what it's meant to be doing, but it's made me anxious. I don't know. I don't think I was anxious a month ago at the same time, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to lie down. The longer I'm awake, the less chance of me getting to sleep, basically.